Hey guys, welcome back to GeekJ, where we make tech, tutorials, and gaming simpler and better. Today we're diving back into the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered to update to the latest OptiScaler 0.7.7 pre-12 nightly. This update brings killer new features to make your game smoother and sharper. Let's get to it. So just like before, first we need to navigate to our Oblivion Remastered installation folder, then into the Win64 folder where Oblivion Remastered Win64 shipping.exe lives. To update OptiScaler cleanly, I suggest we run the RemoveOptiScaler.bat file to clear out the old version, and you can see it over here. So then we need to grab the latest 0.7.7 pre-12 nightly archive from GitHub. Links are going to be in the description below. And as always, after we navigate to the OptiScaler GitHub page, we're going to go into the right side where it says releases, and we're going to click on the +17 releases. And over here, you can see the nightly builds pre-release. And this is the pre-12 version. If we go down here at the assets and click on it, we can download the latest version, which has the date conveniently on its name, 2025-07-07. So 3 days ago, as of the filming of this video. We download this 7-zip file. And basically you just copy the files over, just like I showed in my installation video that you can find up there, I believe. So the only change I suggest you do with this new installation on the OptiScaler.ini after you follow my previous video, if we open up OptiScaler.ini, we just scroll down to the FrameGen section, and what I change only is the FG type. I go ahead and type in Nukems, whereas before there was another setting that would really help with Oblivion Remastered. We don't need to change that setting anymore, the override setting. So go ahead and exit out of your OptiScaler.ini. And if you're wondering why update to this latest version of OptiScaler, basically this update is packed with awesome changes. So let's break down the highlights from the changelog. And yeah, as you can see over here, it's pretty substantial and pretty long. So I won't bore you with a lot of the details, but let's get to the, let's say, juicy parts of this. First, we get FSR for enhancements, so no more crashes from unsupported texture formats, a new Model 1 for quality and ultra quality presets to cut down shimmering, and Unreal Engine XCSS inputs now work with FSR 4. Next, spoofing got a big upgrade with custom vendor and device ID options, plus better streamlined spoofing, disable DXGI by default for some games. There's also experimental anti-lag 2 Vulkan support, but you'll need fake NV API for that. And you can find a video on how to upgrade your fake NV API app here as well. There's another card for you. Stability and performance, we also get improved stability and performance for DirectX 12 app scalers with a flip metering disable option to fix wonky frame times in DLSS 4 games using Nukem. It also squashes bugs in No Man's Sky and Final Fantasy XIV. And the user experience is also better. A splash message confirms OptiScaler's loaded. The overlay UI got a facelift with a just FPS option. And Linux users get a new installer script. So if you're on Buzzite or if you are on your Steam Deck, you are in luck. Plus, game-specific fixes like better resource tracking and automatic quirks make setup a breeze. Huge shout out to Fake Mikau, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly, and the community for all of these big changes. He contributed a lot for this update of OptiScaler and supports it even more with his own fake NV API plugin. So now that we have our files copied, let's fire up Oblivion Remastered and check it out. So first of all, let me show you our in-game settings. We're on borderless window and VSync is off. We have show FPS. Frame rate limit is uncapped. Basically, all of the rest is on ultra, but remember, I suggest you have screen space reflections off if you use any type of lumen and its reflections, even if it's just the software part. Also, I dislike motion blur, so I just turn it off. If you like motion blur, just turn it on. And then all of the other settings are basically on ultra. I have lumen hardware RT on, and I have that set to ultra as well. And then for the juicy parts, we have selected DLSS. And this is because of the power of OptiScaler. Obviously, I'm on an AMD 6800 XT graphics card, but because we install OptiScaler, we basically select DLSS and we inject whatever app scaler we want through the DLSS DLL. So I'm on DLAA mode. So basically we are on the native AA option of FSR, and I have frame generation on. And yeah, if we just press insert while we are in our game, you can see over here the input is the DLSS DLL. Then we have our app scaler over here selected, so it's using FSR 3.1.4. And if you want to see how you can update the app scalers the game is using, you can check this other video up there, where we use DLSS Swapper to basically update all the app scaler DLLs for this specific game. Then we have our frame generation type, and I have selected Nukems, and obviously it says it's on because it's turned on into the game. The current frame rate anti-lag basically method is anti-lag 2. And yeah, you can see here we have fake NV API and all that good stuff enabled. The new UI gives us a bit more options for the fine-tuning, and yeah, we can basically do the same things we could do before. I prefer to use the DLSS input values, so I untick the use FSR input values, and basically then after you're done with your settings, you can click on Save INI and then Close. And as you can see, the game is running perfectly fine, really smooth. We're using the latest version of FSR, the 3.1.4. And if we press simultaneously Alt, Shift, and L, you can see that on the top left of the screen we have a little white square. That means we have confirmation from the AMD driver that this is actually working with anti-lag 2. And if we keep pressing the Alt, Shift, and L, you can see we get more information on how much latency we have because of the frame generation and our FPS at this moment and all that good stuff. But yeah, hopefully, as you can see, we have pretty rock solid FPS over here, or above 60 basically most of the time, in the wilderness, in this vast open world, in ultra settings. So this is pretty amazing. I don't really feel any significant input lag, and the game feels really good. Obviously, if we go into a dungeon or a really small house like this one, we will get a pretty big boost in our FPS. As you can see over here, we get over 140 FPS constantly over here. So yeah, this is a pretty smooth experience. So basically we get the new UI, which is, in my opinion, cleaner, slicker, and easier to navigate. And obviously we're using the latest FSR and all of those binaries because we are using DLSS Swapper. It's pretty much an amazing experience so far. So we basically got no ghosting, It was a super smooth experience, and the new UI makes tweaking a snap. So that's it, fellow geeks. You're now rocking OptiScaler 0.7.7 pre-12 nightly, the latest version for a sharper, smoother Oblivion Remastered. Grab it from GitHub, and as always, you can find all the links in the description below. If this upgrade levels up your game, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite feature. Also, don't forget to click on that bell to never miss another GeekJ video ever again. Stay geeky, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.